Hi everyone, today I'm here with my March book haul. I have acquired quite a few books in the month of March, a bit unexpectedly. I think it sort of went out of control this year, but I'm personally happy with that. I like the choice. I like the fact of how many different genres I'm getting in my TBR, which is amazing. I am, like I said, pleased about that. I got 9 books in the month of March. I don't know how, it just happened. Okay, so let's go through the books. I've kind of separated it by different genres or categories or whatever. So I've got 2 fantasy books, I've got 1 historical fiction, 2 thrillers, I think, 1 gothic novel and 3 like adult contemporary, I think you call them. I'll start with the one that I've already mentioned in one of my videos. It was the Mr. B's Emporium unboxing. So I've got Raw Blood by Katrina, which is a gothic novel. This novel sounds kind of terrifying. So from what I know, there is this Valarka family who is supposed to be cursed. So they all die young and nobody really knows why that's happening. And then one day the daughter goes out and dares to fall in love, and then they start to realize the actual horror of the curse of the white-faced woman who goes and visits in the night and leaves death in her wake. So that sounds extremely terrifying, but at the same time I'm really excited for it because it seems like the kind of book that I would really enjoy. I'd probably have nightmares or I wouldn't be able to fall asleep after reading this, but at the same time I'm so excited to read this one. Terrified yet excited. The next 2 are, like I said, thrillers, I think. So we've got the book club pick for April, which is The Silent Patient by Alex, is it Michaelides? I'm not sure, I hope I said that right. But this book sounds amazing. I'm actually really excited to read this one. I've just only recently, I think, I'm getting into thrillers and mystery and murder mystery novels and all that, and I'm really enjoying that. I'm just going to read you a very short blurb on the back of the book. Alicia Berenson lived a seemingly perfect life until one day 6 years ago, when she shot her husband in the head 5 times. Since then she hasn't spoken a single word. It's time to find out why. It sounds actually really thrilling to me. It sounds amazing, and what I love also, the chapters are really short, which means that I probably won't be able to stop reading it. I'm really excited for this one, quite a bit. Then we've got The Recovery of Rose Gold by Stephanie Roble. This one I got from another subscription box, and that one is Bookfulness. Again, the link will be down below for you to check out for yourself if you want to. Again, I'm sorry, but I'm going to read you the back of the book. Rose Gold Watts believed she was sick for 18 years. Turned out her mother was a really good liar. After 5 years in prison, Patty Watts is free. Forgetting old grievances, she wants to reconcile with her daughter and care for her infant grandson. When Rose Gold agrees to have Patty come home, their relationship seems genuinely on the mend. But has Patty truly forgotten their past? And is Rose Gold really able to forgive? Again, it sounds amazing. I'm actually really excited for this one. If I can, I'd love to get to this one in April. If not, hopefully soon after that, because I'm really excited for this one. Something about thrillers and murder mysteries that I'm really into, that kind of thing lately. So really looking forward to this one. The next 2 are, like I said, they are fantasy books, but they are from the same series, which is called, I don't actually remember what they're called, but it's the sequel to A Curse So Dark and Lonely. So we've got A Heart So Fierce and Broken, and also A Vow So Bold and Deadly, both by Bridget Cameron. This is, like I said, is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And this one is book 2. This one's book number 3. I'm really excited. I'm definitely going to be reading this one in the month of April because I really want to find out what's happening after the first book. But yeah, in these books we follow our main character. She's just a normal girl who lives her normal life, and then one day she sees another girl being in trouble, so she goes to save her. and by that she's whisked away to a realm of Prince Ren, whose kingdom is under a curse. So I really enjoyed the first book, and I'm really intrigued to see how the story goes. So I really look forward to reading the second book, and then at some point hopefully go into the third book as well. I do think the covers are so pretty though. Look at them. So pretty. Let's talk about one historical fiction that I got. I literally just got it today, and it was a pre-order, so I genuinely don't remember anything about this book, so I'm just gonna read through it and then hopefully tell you. But it's The Drowned City by KJ Maitland. Again, the cover is so pretty. I think it's one of those books that I wouldn't normally pick it up because it's like proper historical fiction, if that makes sense. It's, I think, based on actual events that actually happened. I think it even has figures of history that actually were real at the time. I'm really sorry, but again, I'm gonna just read you the blurb because I read it, but I don't think I can explain it the way the actual description does. I'm sorry. But it's set in 1606, 17th century. I don't really read books that are set that far away, but I'm excited. So, a year to the day that men were executed for conspiring to blow up Parliament, a towering wave devastates the Bristol Channel. Some proclaim God's vengeance. Others seek to take advantage. In London, Daniel Pursglove lies in prison waiting to die. But Charles FitzAlan, close advisor to King James I, has a job in mind that will free a man of Daniel's skill from the horrors of Newgate, if he succeeds. For Bristol is a hotbed of Catholic spies, and where better for the lone conspirator who evaded arrest, one Sparrow Pettinger, to gather allies than in the chaos of a drowned city. Daniel journeys there to investigate FitzAlan's lead, but soon finds himself at the heart of a dark Jesuit conspiracy and in pursuit of a killer. I hope you see why I couldn't quite explain it myself, because too many names, a bit of a complicated situation. I don't know anything about that period of time at all, so I don't know why this book just kind of, it drew me in when I was reading the description of it, so I just ordered it, and I'm excited for it, even though, like I said, it's not something that I normally read. I'm still really excited for it. The last three books of this haul, they are adult fiction, I want to say, contemporary fiction, I'm not sure. So the first one that we've got is The Authenticity Project by Pauli. Again, the cover is really pretty and really cozy. In this book, we follow the main character who is fed up with telling lies all the time, so he gets this little notebook in which he's writing down all of the truth of his life, and then one day he leaves it in a cafe, and then the owner of that cafe goes and finds him, and she's inspired to write her own story. Little do they realise that such small acts of honesty hold the power to impact all those who discover the notebook and change their lives completely. Apparently it's a joyous, funny read that leaves you all warm inside, and a story about the value of honesty and community. This is the feel-good story full of hope that we all need to read right now. So again, wonderfully warm, feel-good novel about the power of friendship and connection. So it sounds really sweet and cute and uplifting, I guess. So we'll see whenever I get to this book, but I'm actually really excited again. I'm so excited about all of the books that I've got now. I just love having the choices and the different genres. So yeah, I don't know if you've appreciated the cover enough, but here you go. So yeah, beautiful book. The next one is The Phone Box at the Edge of the World by Laura Messina. Sorry if I butchered the name completely, but again, the cover is really, really pretty. From what I remember from reading the blurb, this one is set in Japan. Apparently there's this small town in which there is just an old phone box, but a lot of people go there to speak to somebody who's passed away. We follow our main character who's lost her mother and her daughter in a tsunami, and she goes to that phone box to talk to them, and then she meets somebody else who's grieving of his own daughter, I think, and apparently it's going to make our heart feel warm, although it's gonna break. It sounds like something I would actually absolutely enjoy, because lately I'm into books that make me sad for some reason. I used to always avoid them because they make me sad, obviously, but now for some reason lately, for the past year or so, I'm happy to read those books. Well, happy might not be the best word for a book like this, but I'm willing to read them, and I want to feel those emotions. I want to be connected to the book on that level that it would actually make me sad. I think I also, a bit of a personal story, I used to avoid books with dealing with grief because it just made me too sad. But now I think having experienced a couple of people who've passed away, now I'm very familiar with grief, and for some reason it doesn't feel like I want to avoid it anymore. For some reason I guess on some level I want to experience it again or something. I don't know why, but I'm not avoiding those books anymore. And this one actually sounds somehow potentially beautiful, heartbreaking, but hopefully also heartwarming in a way. So I'm really excited. And there's something about books that are set in Japan that I always seem to enjoy them. And the last book of this haul is The Kindness Club on Maplebury Lane by Helen, Rolfe. And the cover is absolutely cute. It's the cutest cover. It just looks like a cozy, warm book, again probably uplifting. So in this one we follow our main character, who is I think an older woman who lives in this small village in a small little cottage, and she's not left her home for years and years. Then one time her granddaughter arrives to her door and kind of changes her life. She creates this kindness club. It sounds again really sweet and really cozy, and I'm hoping I'm gonna really enjoy this book. So yeah, these are all of the books that I got in the month of March. There are some on pre-order, I think in April again, I think, or May, I don't even remember. But like I said, I'm really happy with the selection. Having books makes me really happy, especially after a long day of work. You come home to a couple of parcels with different books and you just open them, and that makes my day, to be honest. It makes it just that little bit better. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. I'd love to know. And also, if you like this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe if you haven't already. So yeah, that is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye!